You ever deal with bouts of depression?
You know, that's interesting because later in life is when it's probably revealed itself a little bit more. And I've never really been one to operate from a deficit, right, where I like kind of operated in any kind of like depressed situation, right? But then we was just kind of talking about this, like coming off the Neighborhood, 8 seasons, great show, hit show, but not having the kind of financial windfall that my white counterparts got throughout their TV careers, right? Mm-hmm. And it became this thing that it was depressing to me because you're fighting the system and you're making these arguments and you're going in and you're just not understanding how this is always the case with us,
Shit
right?
ain't right.
Like, it just ain't right. And I mean, this is like across the board when you look at black folks on television, very few, other than the creators, right? The artists, the actors, you don't walk out with the Ray Romano money, the Charlie Sheen money, like none of the Big Bang Theory, the Friends, of course, the Seinfeld of it all.
They were making bigger money 20 years ago.
Exactly.
And you still,
right.
20 years later, you got a hit show on one of the top networks.
Top network.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get no more floor seats than CBS. And yet, you know, somehow when it's our turn, it's always some reason why the money ain't there, right? Yeah. And it was disappointing and depressing, opposite parallel energy of knowing what it is for us in this business and there. And sometimes it's just somehow it's just way more money for them to walk out when they have any degree of success, and us not so much.
And another thing that's kind of fucked up is that you could have took a stance with the Neighborhood, like, look, either y'all gonna pay me or I'm done. But then you got all these other people that are relying on you between the cast, the writers. So it's kind of, you put in a fucked up position where you gotta like consider all of those things.
And so to a certain degree, you know, even the idea of being considered a good dude or, you know, a kind person, you can see sometimes you feel like these things work opposite of you. It's certain people that get to be assholes and run away with the bag, right? You know, but for the most part, and again, I'm making way more money than anybody that, you know, could ask for. It's the bag that you see people walk out of television with, that you go like, oh, now that's used to be the dream, and that was the purpose, and that was the goal, and that was the real win. It's the pot, the big pot that happens, but that's no longer the case.